not be maudlin. This will not be sad. Swartworth wouldn't have it any other way. She was always up. and among the things that Carol tasked me to do that I failed to do, we're going to talk about different elements of leadership and which ones are important. And among the things, I hit technical expertise pretty hard. I don't think anybody missed that part of it. But being positive all the time, excuse me, and also humility. And I did not like Swartworth. When I came from Bragg to the Pentagon in '95, I had not met her, but I didn't like her. And I didn't like her for the same reason I didn't like another colleague of mine who was a contemporary when somebody told me that he had the best file of all the people that were in the zone for Lieutenant Colonel. And his name was Max Squires, and I said, that's nuts. Mike Nardotti and John Cook are both in that zone below the zone. And I know both of them. There's no way Squires is as good as they are. And yet the guy that read all the files in preparation said Squires had a better file. So I didn't like Squires automatically. Now I met him later and I love him. I love him like a brother. And he's a great JAG officer and a great contributor even today to the Corps. But I didn't like him when I first heard about him for that silly reason. And I didn't like Sharon Swartworth because she got picked below the zone to CW4. And from my perspective, she was reservist. She came in because of that deployments, and she was a Pentagon rat. She stayed up there, and she got senior rated by the Deputy General, my predecessor, and I spent 3 years crafting their efficiency reports for children, okay, so that he would get picked below the zone to 4. Okay? And he's a field soldier. Here's a guy that's out there doing it in all kinds of different places. That's the kind of person you pick early. And there's this reservist that ends up being on active duty for a while, works in the Pentagon, pretty much the damn generals. That kind of person shouldn't get picked below the zone. This is me talking. This is not the truth. This is just me thinking. So I didn't like her. And I'll tell you what changed my mind, apart from her, was I had a conversation with children when I was doing an Article 6 job at Bragg. And I took them aside and I said, no, Chief, I was very careful in how I wrote those reports. Those reports do not repeat each other. Those reports were carefully crafted so that you would stand out among all your peers. I said, it ticked me off no end that Swartworth got picked. And he said, you're wrong. He said, she's that good. And that's a really neat kind of humility that I find throughout all the warrants. You know, that you love each other, you respect each other, and you're not out for yourselves. Maybe an exception or two. But I thought that really got me thinking about Swartworth and being open to what she was, because this was early on. I hadn't gotten to know her very well. She was the IMO at the time, I think. She was a CW3, and children telling me that was very, very powerful. That even though she beat him out of the world, she didn't, not that he even cared about it, you know, him, that was very moving to me. So then I get captured by the Swartworth machine itself. And I wish I could remember what I did that November day in 2003, because I delivered her eulogy. And I thought about it long and hard how I was going to do that. And I decided that I was going to be Sharon. God help me, I don't remember it well enough now, but I impersonated Sharon Swartworth at the Catholic Mass of her burial at that parish in Alexandria. I can't remember the name of the parish. And somebody had spoken before me, and it was really about that person, you know, not about Sharon. And when I walked up to the, whatever they call that in the church, Catholic go to Mass every Sunday, so I can't think of what they call that. But anyway, it's not a podium, they call it something. Pulpit. Lectern, there you go. Thank you. I stepped up to the lectern and I looked out to this packed house. I paused just like this and I said, wow, look at all those people out there. And I started naming names of people that were out there. And the whole time that I talk with the same type of enthusiasm that that woman always had, every day, every hour. Whether she was getting 8 people to go out and run at noontime, or whether she was making sure everybody had their antlers on to do the Christmas run, downtown Charlottesville, whatever it was. You know, I can remember her talking about when she finally became the Chief Warrant Officer, how she was going to change up the way things are down here. Because quite frankly, the Warrant Officer, according to time, was being run by a bunch of old men. Okay? There weren't that many women to begin with, and everything was a set piece, and people, they had ways to keep people in jobs for 3 and 4 and 5 years. There was very little movement. It was a good old boy network to make sure it all stayed that way. Okay, and that can happen easily when you're Warrant Officer. And I remember her sitting there telling me, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm playing these games. She says, they're going to go crazy, they're going to hate. I'm going to make them get together. Because all this stuff she was doing down here in Charlottesville. And have them, you know, role playing and I don't know, egg drops or egg, just all kinds of silliness to strip away the box that we put ourselves in, and to get people to know each other as human beings and as people, not just as warrant officers, not just as soldiers, not just as legal administrators. And everything she touched, she was that enthusiastic about. She was just always fired up. It's hard to believe that one person could be that positive all the time. And those of you that never knew her, I want you to know that. I like what General Scallier said about it's not enough to read a name on a plaque. It's not enough to look at a picture and imagine, was she really that short? Really? I don't even tell look at the picture, you know. What she really looked like. She was a tiny little thing. And just always more energy than anybody in this room. And then she was doing this thing with a civilian association. There's an association of legal administrators, and there's a thing called ILTA. And she had volunteered to help run it one year, and then they gave it to her the next year to run the whole thing. She was so proud of the fact that a warrant officer had that responsibility, that they trusted her to run the entire show. And this is a big, multi-$1,000 conference with, I don't know, 700, 800 people attending it, I think. It's always done in a big conference center. And then out at the Gaylord, they've done it all kinds of places, you know. And she was going to be in charge. She was going to do it. She was glad that JAGCOR was letting her do it. And I mean, she's a hero in that world. I don't know if you know that. They have senior officers of JAGCOR come to that conference every year, even now in 2018, to address a Swartworth leadership conference within the conference. There's 2 or 3 hours dedicated to Sharon Swartworth at that civilian legal administrators conference every year. And they always have military people come back, sit on a panel, Tate, General Black, all kinds of different people have gone back and spoken to that thing because they still hold Sharon, excuse me, in that kind of high regard. She is that special. And she made a huge difference to all of us. And besides the civilian thing, she was goading the CW5, who was the Chief of Staff's warrant officer. She said, you gotta get to where there's a senior warrant for the Army. You need to be that person. There's a sergeant major in the Army, there ought to be a warrant officer in the Army. He was, no. She's kicking him along and firing him up and saying, you gotta get this fixed. You need to do this. She's running other damn branches. You know, just that's how much energy and that's how much talent she had. And that's why we're doing this today. You know, what you've got is 100 years since the warrant officer was established as a corps, so to speak, in 1918. And just think about that. That was the result of change. We deployed to World War I. The war's coming to an end. Somebody started to think, you know, we learned a lot from this deployment. We started in 1917. We got a Marine Brigade over there. Got a Marine Brigade in the 2nd Infantry Division. One time in the history of the United States, a Marine Brigade actually fought for a 2-star general in the Army. That was pretty unique. Yeah, and that is unique, not pretty unique, but unique is not. And so there were lessons to be learned, and they created the warrant officer because of change, because of deployment, because of lessons learned, because of after action, they didn't call it that. And over time, there have been changes in the warrants as they add different specialties, like 40 of them. And the most recent one that I know of, and maybe others, were the Special Forces. When I was in Special Forces, an A-team was a captain and a lieutenant, and the enlisters had 2 before, and then they changed it to make that lieutenant. Get that lieutenant out of here. Let's have a warrant officer. There's someone with some experience and knowledge and expertise, not somebody that's trying to learn how to do it. And now we're here at 15 years since we dedicated this place. And most of you, you know, just happened, and I spoke at Rucker as a retiree when they named that building after him down there. You think about a model and a leader. You try to get some money in 1995 at the United States Army Aviation Center, whatever name a building after a JAG officer. What do you think the odds of that? Not naming it after an aviator or something else. And that tiny little sprite, that fireball of energy, all that talent, mesmerized everybody she ever came into contact with, not just those of us in the JAG Corps, not just the warrant officers, everybody. That was a no-brainer for the Fort Rucker commander to name a building after Sharon Swartworth within 8 months of her death. That's pretty powerful stuff. And that's how good she was. And that's how good she is, and that's why we're doing this today. I gotta be told where to go. I'll hit my mark.
The 25th Warrant Officer Basic Course will now present their class gift to our guests to be placed within Swartworth Hall. The gift not only commemorates the rededication of Swartworth Hall, but also the 100-year anniversary of the Army Warrant Officer.
Sir, on behalf of the 25th Warrant Officer Basic Course, we'd like to present this gift to be placed in Swartworth Hall.
Can I sign this one?
Hold fire, sir. The Chief Warrant Officer of the Corps will now present a gift to Major General Alterburg on behalf of all Judge Advocate Warrant Officers. This gift, the Judge Advocate Warrant Officer Chronicles, is a project completed by the CWAC with warrant officers and retirees from all components. This is the first edition and will be placed in Swartworth Hall as we commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Army Warrant Officer and the 15th year following the passing of CW5 Sharon Swartworth.
So, sir, as we've addressed earlier today, this book represents what we hope to be the first edition of a collection of history of the warrant officer in the JAG Corps. It features none other than Sharon Swartworth, about the middle of the pack. It focused primarily on people before her, the Vietnam era. But most everybody behind Sharon Swartworth in the book are people that she's inspired still today. So we dedicate this book to Sharon Swartworth, the inspiration that she's provided to us all, and that she will forever. Thank you. On behalf
Mr. Mort Shea, the senior civilian of the JAG Corps, will now present a gift to be displayed in Swartworth Hall on behalf of all JAG Corps civilian employees worldwide.
All right, folks, this is a CW5 coin of excellence that I got personally from Chief Swartworth at the worldwide CLE. Would have been in September or October of 2002. She had my office. I was the SJ of MDW at the time of the 9/11 attacks. And the office was, of course, engaged in a lot of activity after that, as you can imagine. But it included a lot of legal assistance type work that we did. We managed to, working with civilian attorneys outside the gates and reservists, get probate for every victim of the attack, 154 individual families that we took care of. We had a graves registration company come in and clean up all the personal items found in the crash site from the building, from the aircraft. Those were all cleaned and cataloged and photographed. So we did a lot of work over that year. And Chief Swartworth, at the time, pulled the warrant officer away from us. She needed somebody for a special project, and she gave me a mobilized reservist in their place, and she thought that was an unselfish thing to do, to accept this swap out at such a time. My thinking was, if one warrant officer is as good as another. I mean, I had never been disappointed before, so I didn't think it was any big deal. And so I gave a presentation about the legal activity that took place after 9/11, and she bound it up on the stage at the end of that presentation and handed me this coin. Now, I could keep it in my private collection, but I'm almost as old as General Alterburg. I mean, how much more time do I have? I mean, I don't engage in as many high-risk behaviors as he does, but I'm just saying. So, why have this point? Rather just have this, stay with my stuff. I'd like to repatriate it back to the school, to the Warrant Officer Corps on this 100th anniversary. So it'll be displayed in the rededicated Swartworth Hall.
We now ask Major General Alterburg to re-sign the guest book commemorating the rededication of Swartworth Hall in this very special year of the Army Warrant Officer. Yes, sir. We ask that you would all now please rise and join us in singing the Army song.